Good morning everyone, this is Friday, the start of the weekend. It's been raining over the past 2 days. We actually had, believe it or not, here in the west of Ireland, just over a month of drought. I mean that's pretty amazing because Ireland is famous for its green fields and its lush landscape, and that's due to the fact that every day, or usually every day, there's a little bit of rain, what we used to call soft rain. Of course now it's more like monsoon rain, but anyway, this is just an update on what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks here and what's been happening. So first of all, the ribes are out in flower. Now isn't this just beautiful? Now this is a ribes bush growing in a couple of tires because just along the back of the barn here I've put some tires. And I don't grow edible crops in these, but these are perfect for shrubs and for flowers and small trees and stuff that the bees really like. Now already there's been a lot of bees out on the ribes flowers, which are all over the garden, simply because I don't have to go and buy any shrubs. I can just literally break off some of the ribes after it's flowered, or in the autumn is a good time. Just break off a little bit, stick it in the ground and it'll root very, very easily. So you can see here and here in the orchard, because of course it's perfect for the orchard, isn't it? And for planting around fruit trees, because this gets the bees out of hibernation. In fact, I can just see one over there. Let me just zoom in here, see if I can get this on camera. You can probably, oh, it's just flown overhead. This gets the bees out of hibernation because the scent is so very heady. And once the bees are out and they've got food, which is really important, then it means that they're going to stay around to pollinate the fruit. So it's just a win-win situation because, I mean, this looks lovely, smells lovely, the bees adore it, it gives them food, and it helps all the crops here at Bealtaine Cottage get pollinated. There we go, I can just see that. There we go, can you see that? Isn't that wonderful? For an April morning, look. Okay, now on to the other stuff that's been happening. All my bottomless pots, which are absolutely brilliant. When you're starting to build up raised beds and you haven't got the money to import topsoil and all that stuff. And what I've done with these little raised beds done with stone is I've just put in clippings and shreddings and composty bits and compost and leaves and all kinds of bits and pieces that I've got. But they're fantastic beds, literally, for things to sit on. So what I do is I cut out the bottom of these black pots, which again attract the heat and hold the heat, and then I plant into the pots, and then the roots are free to kind of go down amongst all this really rich food underneath the pots, and I get some really nice crops. Now this bed here, this bed has been built up and up and up. So this year I've actually got some really good silt, which I've dug out of the stream beds just further down the gardens here. And I've dug that out. It's been fairly easy to take out. And I've just come up and I've literally just, dropped it in big piles all over this bed. So this is really good silt. Inspired by the way the Egyptian farmers used to grow food by getting the silt out of the River Nile and putting it over the land. So I'm going to be starting on this bed maybe over the weekend and draw some more silt up from down in the bog gardens. The kale is still going well, as you can see. I've been using a lot of that. And here we have the buds opening on the hawthorn hedge, and I've given that quite a hard, almost like a severe pruning. But then that's going to make it thicker and it's going to let more light in, and it's just going to be good for the plant anyway. Now, been tidying up over here, doing lots of mulching, and black currants are starting to open up in leaf, and the apple blossom looks temptingly lush. I think that's going to be opening possibly next week. Just see. Gosh, it's going to be a good harvest on that tree. Also, I've been putting wood shreddings, using the shredder again, down along the paths up here. So this is a pretty good idea, because what you can do then over the winter is rake all this stuff up and put it up onto the beds. And then in the following spring, put more stuff down, which suppresses the weeds. I've planted out some broad beans there, comfrey's coming up, rhubarb continues to do well. A lot of herbs coming up in this bed, you can just see the beginnings of them. And lots of black currants and chives. And I know I'm running way over time, so this is going to take me ages to upload, but I just wanted to show you the tunnel. Oh, and the compost heap, because this is my new compost heap here. Now all this stuff here comes out of the shredder. It's actually the kind of stripped down bark and stuff of the willow, so I've just put that on the top. Now today I'm going to go to see a friend who's got a big sheet of tarpaulin for me to cover this compost heap. It's already started to work, and you can just see in there. Okay, looking good. And now just briefly, we'll go into the tunnel and have a little look at what's going on in here. Now, lots and lots of stuff in pots, because I do grow a huge amount of fruit and vegetables on in pots before I plant them out. And that makes sure then that the slugs don't have their wicked way with the young vegetables. Still quite a bit of purple sprout and broccoli, which I love to eat as I go along. Chard. How's that for blossom on the nectarine tree? Now there's been some bees in here, so hopefully I'm going to have some nectarines. And oh, there's a few things happening there. And lots of things happening here too. Looks like it's going to be a busy weekend. And last but not least, this is my beaten earth floor. Now the beaten earth, again, it just came out of a practical way of helping to raise the beds a bit higher. I literally just scraped off, sort of hoed off, about 2.5 to 3 inches of topsoil, and then compacted the subsoil to make these beaten earth paths, which can be easily swept. It's going to be interesting to see over the course of the summer whether these beaten earth paths actually do work in terms of repelling any kind of growth, you know, with weeds or seedlings or whatever that drop down there. So this will be nice to kind of just keep a record of. Last but not least, oh God, this is going to take ages to upload. I've got celery here, which was planted last year, and what I've been doing, look, I've made some bottomless pots again, and I've put that down over the celery to kind of blanch it, and that seems to be working really well. Well, have a good weekend, everyone.